I promised I would come back with another Ginormous rocket video. We purchased the rocket, we've had it for a couple days, we've launched it as you can see here. In fact, we've launched it a couple times and we have some tidbits for you. But first, the rocket is $30 at your local Costco, but we found it now for $33 available on Costco online. I'll put a link in the description. The box from Costco claimed that this rocket could go 150 feet high. You'll be able to see if it does that in our videos. This rocket uses air pressure, water pressure, and a hand pump in order to power its launch. It did take us about 20 minutes to figure out how to assemble everything, but you may be smarter than us. You will want to have a couple of 1 gallon or 2 gallon water jugs to hold the amount of water you're going to need to launch this enough times to make it fun. Here you can see all the parts as they're taken out of the box. The black fins were probably the most troublesome to install onto the rocket's base. The yellow container there holds the water. You can see the rocket before it was aired up. There's a ring that balances the rocket as it falls down. A little white tube, that's for deflating the rocket. Here you can see it took about 70 to 100-ish pumps to get the rocket up to full pressure. The pressure we tried to hit was marked with a 100 on the gauge, and that's what we suggest everyone else go for. The red arrow on the upper left points to a hole that will get filled by a white plastic piece when you have the rocket appropriately snapped into its base. The bulb you use to launch the rocket when you've got it to full pressure, but if you don't have the bearing centered on the hole, then it will not work. And there's a couple other things that will not work out for you, and we'll try to cover those. Also, on the hoses, there's 2 yellow connectors that you need to make sure are screwed on absolutely tight. We didn't, and we found out that we needed to screw those tighter to make everything work. You might want to have a better ground stake. The little plastic red ground stake that comes with the kit didn't do a good job of holding the base down in the wind, and that can cause your rocket to false launch a little early. If the rocket fails to launch, you will want to squeeze the red bulb that normally launches it a couple times while nothing is loaded on the launcher. And then we also squeezed it a little bit when we had all the water loaded into the bottom of the rocket before we pressurized it, and that seemed to reset the rocket so that it would launch again. The manual tells you to hold this pressure bulb about 2 feet high and squeeze it in order to launch the rocket, but we didn't think that was the best way to launch the rocket. We had much more consistency from just leaving the bulb on the ground and then having somebody step on it, not too harshly with a shoe, because you might be able to make something blow up, but just stepping on it seemed to put enough pressure through the bulb to consistently launch it 90% of the time versus holding it in your hand, which was probably 10% of the time. Our kids loved this rocket. A bunch of neighborhood kids came over to watch us launch the rocket multiple times. They loved the rocket. I think you'll love the rocket. It is a little tricky to set up, and it is a little tricky to learn how to launch it consistently. So bring yourself a lot of water for all the tests you're going to have to make. But once you get it down, you're going to have a lot of fun with this rocket, and it's a great deal for just $30 at Costco. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe and like this video and leave us a comment. And we're going to continue to look and see if we can find similar products out there, but there are no similar products to this rocket that we can find right now. So we'll probably be comparing it to some other water toys or summer toys. Thanks for watching. You may also want to check out our previous Ginormous rocket video or our other videos here.